Welcome to a special edition of The End Is.
Sigh.
That's right. I'm Todd, and you are
Nate.
That's him. And this is
Yep.
Nate. What is this? Why is this a special episode?
This is our 100th episode.
Woo! Triple D's.
Audience,
triple
calm
digits.
down. It's our first live showing. Everyone, we told we have the silence sign on for the entire recording. We're going to kick that guy out. Don't worry.
Yeah. Oh, we got him. He's out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you piece of shit. Okay.
Thanks, security.
Yeah. I was gonna rip on that and make it like somebody we knew or something, like kicking out a grandpa. And I was like, I don't know who has people alive here because I don't know how to make like elderly jokes. Well, on that note,
good. We're bringing people back from the dead. Yeah.
Oh shit. He's done it. Yeah, I just titled this one in my notes, episode 100, Whoa, because we don't have like a movie or a theme, which is, for the listeners, if somehow you're here now on 100, what we usually do is review a movie. Could be any movie. There's no really parameters anymore around it. And then the next episode, we will do the themes that we found within that movie. But today, we're doing neither of those things. We're doing a special celebration. And we'll figure out what that is in just a little bit, but we will bookend it with the normal stuff. Does that sound good?
Yeah, that works for me.
Any first thoughts on 100 episodes in before we just move right along?
100 episodes in, it's taken a while, but it doesn't seem like it's taken that long. Granted, yes, there was a gap.
Yes, there's a 3-year gap or something.
But it's still crazy of like, oh yeah, it's already episode 100.
It's weirder that we're already done with almost 30 episodes, since we started this.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of crazy because it feels like, we just came back. But guys, time keeps on flying, okay? The days keep on going, and this is how we make meaning out of our meantime. Just
like age is another number. Once you get past that certain age, you're just like, yeah, whatever.
Age is just a number. That's controversial, and it makes sense in certain regards. So, like you're saying, like, oh, once you get to like 50, are you really keeping track? Or, I mean, shit. Once I got past 30, it was like, yeah, it's all just kind of a wash.
Yeah.
Although I think people older than me would argue 30s and above is not like a wash. They're like, hell, if I could say 50 and above is a wash or 70 and above is a wash, would be great. Well, neither here nor there. Without further ado, shall we get through news for Nate 2 weeks late?
Yeah, no making meaning out of the meantime. We're just skipping to that. This is episode 100. Here we go.
We can do whatever we want. This is ours. Hitting triple digits. The world is our oyster. Yes, actually. Well, I teased up meaning out of the meantime, and then I was like, well, then we just move along. But Nate, if you have meaning you made out of the meantime, please let me know and let the audience know.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I need to get my speech ready for the jury. I got pulled over.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pulled over at 1 a.m. in the morning.
What were you doing out at 1 a.m.?
Well, we'll just get to that. I was driving back home, and I was driving with another person, and what they noticed, they didn't say.
Uh-oh.
And as we're going down the road, a cop was driving by, and just a little bit away at like a Costco, there was a bunch of cops at the gas station. I'm like, oh, some shit's going down there. I was like, that cop's probably going to join them. No, that cop flipped the bitch and started following me. But it was from quite a distance. I'm like, okay, maybe he's not going to pull me over because he's pretty far away, actually.
Okay, and then... I don't want to jump the gun because I'm like, you've got to be speeding. Something was going on here.
Finally, it was getting close to the city line, where he turned on his lights and finally pulled me over before the city ended.
Fucker.
And he came up and he's like, what you out doing tonight? And I was like, oh, just got done playing D&D. Drugs and drugs. Yes, exactly.
Dicks and drugs.
Yeah. So I was like, I wonder how many cops have ever been like, oh, pulled over a guy. And he's like, oh, it's coming back from Dungeons and Dragons.
I was just with my dungeon master. They'd be like picturing... what is it? S&M That's another acronym
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah. So honestly, really simple. I just had a headlight out,
Oh, the
but
same one that you've had out forever?
yeah, exactly that one.
Jesus, okay.
Don't listen to this cop. If you're listening, that's a lie.
They're gonna admit this into court.
Yeah, so the
The
one friend was
Indicide
like,
is not admissible in court. Thank you. I just want to say this all off the record.
yeah, so the one friend I was with, he was like, I thought your lights were looking a little dim. I'm like, wow, I didn't say shit. But
Is this
overall,
a friend that asked us skateboarding questions in the past?
this is that friend, yes.
Chris. Okay, sorry. I think that was a weird cop I had. All right.
That's on the record. Uh,
Yeah, we choose what is on and off the record. You have to ask us afterwards.
and it was honestly a really quick interaction because he was like, oh, you have any drinks tonight? I was like, yeah, I had a beer. And he's like, okay, what time? I was like, around 8:00. He's like, okay. Took my license, asked for, the basic registration,
Yep.
insurance. He looked at it, didn't even take those. He just took my license, went back to the car, came back like 3 minutes later, and then we were off. Like it was a very fast just interaction getting pulled over into that point.
Just a warning.
He didn't even say like, hey, get it fixed. It was just more of like, you got a headlight out and that's it. So I guess a verbal warning without saying, hey, this is a verbal warning.
Huh. He was really just trying to do nothing. I don't. But... Okay.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea, but it was a great interaction.
Hey, you hear that? Nate loves cops. That's what breaking news on the Indicide.
Yep. Thanks,
If they ever
John.
come after, John the officer. If they ever come after us on this pod, they're going to prosecute me, not you, and I'm going to know where it all stemmed from. I think I said ACAB in the last episode. You just praised the interaction.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's I guess my big meaning out of the meantime, just getting pulled over for D&D shit. Anything on your end, Todd?
No getting pulled over. I mean, luckily, I usually only get pulled over on holidays. It's the weirdest fucking thing. But
holidays.
Yeah, it's always a holiday. It's been Thanksgiving. I think it's been Valentine's Day twice. There's one on 4th of July,
that's really not a holiday.
What? It's not a holiday. Valentine's Day, it's the day, and it's on calendars. I consider that a holiday.
All right.
Well, what I did do, for meaning, I was going to kind of tease this up later for something I'll pitch, in a little bit here. But I went with my mother to an antique store here in town, so spent the day with my mom, which we don't usually get to do. It's been a long time. And so when I was a lot younger, she'd always take me to the antique stores. And my God, it was disastrous because I was just a child and I didn't care to spend hours inside of an antique store. God, it was the most, I remember how tired and like just bored I would be in these things. But that was my child. And there's some weird nostalgia to it. So I was like, for my mom's birthday, I was like, there's a big one next to me. You come into town, we'll spend the day and we'll do all that. So we actually spent 3.5 hours in this antique store. And I would say maybe towards the end, my mom goes, hey, did you see this? Because I apparently walked into one thing and turned around. She's like, did you even see this? I was like, no, I just kind of walk in and walk out. I don't really like make eye contact with anything, but this is what she showed me.
Oh,
and I had to buy it.
He's pulling it out.
She presents me with this.
Little up. There. Oh my gosh. It's a lunchbox that says Candyland game, guys. This is perfect.
So she basically had to mouth, it's fucking Candyland, because she knew this was for the pot. And I was like, yep. So I grabbed it. I put it in the cart. I was like, yep. So my mom found this. And now this is the official lunchbox of the podcast.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So I apparently I looked right at it, didn't know it was there. So I was not. I'm gonna get pulled over.
Turn up the pod. Thank you for getting that for Todd, pointing it out.
Yes, and I mean it's ours. We're just gonna share custody, so I'll hold on to it sometimes,
cool.
and then maybe we'll trade items inside of it. I don't know.
Yeah, so, that maybe we can go on a nice picnic with our little lunchbox.
We share a tiny little old school clasp metal lunchbox, our tin box.
I want like little wine glasses where the stem like screws in and everything that we pull out from there.
Oh no. We need like those little shooter wine glasses. We need things to fit in this. This is the thing.
Yeah.
We'll need to get those foldable sporks and everything.
Yep,
We could
one of
do
the
this.
tiny little like champagne glasses or wine bottles that
Oh
they have.
yeah, yeah, because they like fold in and out. You could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the collapsibles. To date this podcast right now is what we can't do is bring lettuce to the picnic because we don't want
Oh
explosive diarrhea.
no, we don't.
Which Nate, does that now bring me to news for Nate 2 weeks late?
I guess. I mean, I wasn't sure if you had another meaning. If you want to talk about a movie that you may have saw, he's flabbergasted. He
Movie I would have.
saw directors of these movies.
Oh, that was that. I think I have that for later.
Oh, okay.
Um, no, I don't have that for later. I took it out. So Nate, good job. I had it for like a recommendation. Then I was like, we've already done spoiler Red Rocks. And I was like, I don't really. It's just Red Rocks adjacent and so local that I was like, maybe I rip it out of Rex. But yeah, I did also go to the Film on the Rocks at Red Rocks, which is always cool. And it was Little Miss Sunshine, which I remember, but also forget just how good that movie is. It's so good. Every scene means something. All the music means something. And what was cool is opening for them. And this was a packed Red Rocks. Like it was like a full concert size at this point. Usually it's like a little section they let you kind of reserve for this. And it was packed because Devochka was actually playing, and that's the band that does the theme and a few songs for the soundtrack throughout it. So it's the iconic trailer song and all this stuff. And before the movie, in addition to the band being there, and the band's actually local to Colorado, which was news to me too. The
Nice.
directors came up onto stage and introduced the movie, and it was just like that's. They said there's 5 yellow vans, but yeah, like all this stuff, like it was just so cool. And so then they went and walked by us into the crowd and sat down. So they watched the movie with everybody, and it's magical to watch a movie at Film on the Rocks when you've already seen it, because like
I have one question when you're done explaining this. It's very important.
okay. We we as in the audience. So like when Olive jumps into the van, they're all trying to run and they get into the van. Olive gets in there. Everybody cheers in the audience. Like they're all cheering at these big moments. It's
I was
it's
going to
it's
ask you about
yeah.
that.
It's like watching
This
a
is
live
the
show.
appropriate time to actually cheer and clap at the end of a movie, right?
Yeah, yeah, because we clapped and cheered because the directors were there and like the band that helped
Yeah.
make the soundtrack was there. Yes. So there are exceptions, guys. They're few and far between, but they are there. But it's just like I would say there's probably like 20 clapping moments through the movie, or like when somebody makes kind of like a good turn when they've been kind of a shitty character. Everybody's like, yeah, woo, cheering, and like
Yeah.
everybody's getting into it. So it was really cool. But yes, I did make meaning that way as well.
Nice.
With our former guest Steph, who was there for oh god, now I'm drawing the blank. What was the movie? It was
The
called
roller derby movie?
yes, it was
Come on.
called. Oh no, I roll derby.
It's it's it's
Oh,
it's it's
help
it's
me,
not with rolling. It's more of an
skater
action with like a rope.
pulling
No,
tug
with
of
a rope,
war.
and you flick it.
Oh, whiplash, lasso. Um,
Whip it.
whip it. Yeah, thank you. Oh, okay. Well, don't hurt me, Steph. Yeah, no, great movie. I just and it's like when somebody asks you for the name you were just thinking of, and then it's just gone. I don't know how the brain
Yep.
works. That's a future topic. I'll try to figure out how the brain works and explain that to you guys. But yes. Anyway, now is it time for news for Nate 2 weeks later?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, right off the bat, a really good one that made me laugh pretty hardcore. So, article on Wired.com put out an article titled "Pickup Artist Mystery Has an AI Girlfriend." The pickup
Okay.
artist.
So yeah, for context of people that don't know who Mystery, the pickup artist, is, there was a TV show back in the day of a guy that claimed, oh, there's an art to picking up women, and
It
he
was
had a
called the
whole
pickup artist.
entire show. Yep, there's a whole entire show based off of just, oh, I'm going to take these guys and help them introduce to women, where there's different things like, oh, you want to have some crazy big flair that's going to cause like a conversation piece,
Yep.
or you want to kind of put down the
Negging.
lady, negging, yes, to make them feel bad about themselves in a way or whatever.
Yep.
And for him now to have an AI girlfriend is just insane.
It's like chef's kiss, right? Yeah. No, you great, great. I'm glad. Yeah, and with that background, so like he came out. I don't know if he's in a book or he wrote the book. He's just in it. I don't know. But apparently, a book reported that he has sex and smokes weed with the AI chatbot named Miss Shira Always. I don't know how you do that. I think that's just something you're doing next to a computer, but it's fine. Um,
Yeah.
he and so then to confirm, like it wasn't just like hearsay. On his Instagram, he posts virtual women, one being Miss Shira Always, and he quoted as, "The longer we talked, the less she felt like code."
The
So
fuck.
stupid.
Oh man.
And
I just
ugh. This would be like a normal moment where we go, okay, people have different. Maybe somebody that falls in love, maybe we don't harass them. Like it's still like we hate AI, but people have these dependencies. And this guy is a fucking douchebag. He's like a fake
yeah.
Casanova that, yeah, would put down women as his like tactic that he taught a bunch of men to do and make normalize. So yeah, he can go fuck himself with his AI girlfriend.
Oh, I mean that's crazy. That's an old pull for our generation of people that
Yep.
would only know.
Yeah, go watch. No, actually, don't. Go watch recaps or people shitting on the pickup artist because people have done that.
Right? There's got to be something on TikTok where
Yeah,
someone's
there
gotten
was a
over
lady
it.
doing TikTok recaps. I think a couple of years ago. I remember seeing, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in other news, I'm going to quickly kind of rattle these off. So they drained the reflecting pool. Guess what? There was no slit. So imagine that.
Tire tracks, and that's all they found.
Yeah, imagine when you drive a cavalcade through the middle of the pool. Wonder if that could cause a problem. Um, Levi Strauss, the jeans company,
Mm-hmm.
their CEO said that they're using AI for designers to help them broaden innovation and creativity. For what? They are
It's
jeans.
just it's
They're
it's
jeans.
just yeah, they're jeans, yes, but it's just the lazy way. It's how can we get more work done in less time, but it's all gonna look the fucking same.
Well, yeah, exactly. And like, what are you innovating? What creativity are you using? AI, how do I make better jeans? Like, what are you talking about? there's no, there's a reason we keep going back and forth on like trends because jeans can only be made certain ways. They're high
Yep.
waisted, they're low waisted, they're skinny, they're baggy. That's pretty much all you got. Ugh.
Come on, Jinko Janes.
Yeah, I know. My brother used to have Jinkos, man. Those things were insane. All right. I never owned Jinkos. Next, the Belgium team, after beating Team USA, we know, mocked Trump with his little double ghost blowjob dance. So good, like the
While the
whole team.
YMC was
Yeah.
playing in the background.
Oh, YMCA, was that?
Yep.
I didn't hear the video or the sound. Okay, even
Yeah.
better. God,
Yep.
I love it when an entire country mocks your president for such an obvious dumb thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and last, I put in here, I got banned for a month from the Magic the Gathering subreddit. Don't worry about that. We'll move on.
What?
Dude, I'm too Reddit for Reddit, I tell you. So I can't post in there for a while. But it's fine. There was no graphic nudity or slurs or anything. It was just arguing with incels, to be quite honest. It's fine.
Let's put that up on a plaque.
Yeah. um, dude, but honestly, like, so like Reddit, you get karma, right? Upvotes, downvotes. You get downvoted so many times, it's just insane. My karma is in the negatives, and I've never seen that. But if my TikTok likes equated to like upvotes though on Reddit, I would be a golden god because I have so many likes on TikTok. Even though I'm always arguing with people, it's crazy.
Oh man. All
Yeah.
right, Todd, that is your alter ego, your Dennis, the golden god.
I am a golden god. Oh, but other than that, that's my news for Nate. I wanted to make that nice and quick.
All right.
Nate, do you know what we're doing as instead of the movie this week?
No, I believe it's 100 shots. 100 episodes, 100 shots.
Shot. Okay, what are we drinking?
Oh boy, I figured
Bubbly?
Bubbly. Oh, and water.
Ooh, it's like Uber water. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, if you want us to do a drunk episode, send us money. We'll think about it.
If you send us money, we'll do it. What are you talking about? Well, can you give us money and we're all, we'll think about it. Lay away our drunken episode.
All right. Yeah. Send us a bottle of Elijah Craig. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, and then fucking Cristal.
Crystal.
Cristal. Can you imagine? I bet our drunk episode would be the smoothest, non-fucked up episode. We would just nail it. Everything would be done. Because we wouldn't be overthinking anything.
Well, yeah, we'd nail it. And then afterwards, you'd go to record it and be like, we did not do good at all. It would be Leonardo DiCaprio in the scene from Wolf of Wall Street where he thought he got home fine driving.
Oh, God, that is a phenomenal scene. But yeah. Yeah. It's just because, now, guys, by the way, not to pitch Zoom, but we're on Zoom right now. So hopefully it's all going to go smoother than what Riverside is fucked us on. But I don't even know where I was going with that. I was going to say, because it's actually recording us right now, like visually, even though I ask it not to, it's still going to capture that. But I just have to give us the audio, etc. Blah, 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 behind the scenes, right? But I'm like, yeah, that's what would be at the end is we look at the video and we're not even like in it. We're talking off camera. I'm like messing with stuff on the shelves. You're climbing your window. I don't know.
I'm outside the window, locked out somehow.
I'm trying to go through the screen to unlock it for you. Dude, that's called plastered. I think we would black out drunk that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, what we are not going to do is not this episode. What we're going to do this episode, I teased that I was like, we'll do the lunchbox. So I had the idea to have a lunchbox, or have this lunchbox, not just a one, right? The idea came after. Open it up, pull out slips of paper with questions that we can answer. So just pretend I'm doing that every single time now, okay? Just pretend I'm opening the lunchbox here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. First question. Nate, are you ready?
Yep.
This comes from a listener by the name of Donnie. Okay. He says, What is Nate's character in his D&D group, and what is its class?
Oh, okay. So yeah, my character in D&D, I am a Kenku Ranger Rogue.
What? I think you just made up words.
Yeah, so I started off as a ranger and then also subclassed as a rogue. And Kenku is a flightless bird. And so my big thing is, yeah, kind of. But it's an actual like bird, like crow looking.
Surf's up, bro.
Yeah. So pretty much my whole thing is pissed off because I can't fucking fly.
Oh.
Because I'm a bird with wings who can't fly. And then on top of it, I was gifted a golden wooden whistle that allows the user to fly.
Gold plate?
But I'm not exactly
It's golden
sure
and wooden?
Technicality. Yeah.
Okay.
It's D&D. Just go.
No, I'm going with it. I'm just trying to picture this cool, like, glistening. Okay.
But either way, I can't use it because birds don't have fucking lips, so they can't blow in a whistle.
I think a whistle was blown by one of the penguins in Surf's Up.
That's an animated movie.
This is
where
D&D.
Their beaks move.
Oh, so D&D. Now it's not D&D's grounded.
All right, I'm sorry, but you don't want a character that's perfect. You want to have flaws. You don't want to just go out there and be like, look at me, I can do anything and everything, and I just up my stats all the way, and I'm a god. No. Where's the fun in that?
That's the Donald Trump D&D campaign.
Yeah. Todd, what's your D&D class?
It's called getting laid.
All right. Mystery.
Yeah, negging. Who do I neg now? No. Okay, cool. Okay, so that's your so your character in your class, great. Has your group ever thought about having another group that plays meet up for a crossover battle or maybe even an adventure?
I mean, that'd be cool, but that's up to the dungeon master.
Do you know of other groups that play?
I know one group, not like super close with them, but it really would come down to the dungeon master. And then on top of it, because our D&D group is very much, we're just having fun with stupid antics. We're not like super depth with like voices and all that and the character lore a whole bunch. Like it's still part of it, but it's not prevalent. Like there's a lot of off topics that happen in D&D for us.
Okay. Yeah.
So like recently in our campaign, Chris, he turned into his famous Ratatouille character as a druid.
Okay.
And we were fighting these squid kind of monsters or whatever. And so Chris's idea was to go straight up the cloaca of the squid and then expand. Chris is not known for rolling good at all. He rolls absolute dog shit, and he
Why do I
could
feel like that
attest to that.
tracks? Like that sounds right. I feel like you'd be like, yeah.
But this is the one time he rolled a nat 20, and it's an automatic success. So he was able to go up the cloaca and just expand and explode the monster from the inside.
That's amazing. I do know that they play D&D and have a group, and so they've kind of thought about doing that, but they've never done it. But it sounds like a cool idea to like have your group almost team up, or like have like Critical Role team up with Dimension 20 and have them the characters. Yeah. I don't know if they might have already done that, to be perfectly honest. I don't know, but
yep.
Next question: what are our favorite podcasts?
Our favorite podcast. Well, we have. Oh my god! The Weekly Planet. It's one that really got me into podcast.
Absolutely,
it's one that started off, and what a surprise! It's another movie podcast. How original are we?
Hey, we know our lane, right?
Yep. The other one that I really got heavy into was Dynamic Duel, and they have recently ended. But
I know
they
Donnie
were
also
pretty much,
liked that.
Yeah, they were Marvel versus DC, where each person would take a character from the universe and they would have them battle, but they would go into the history of each character before going into battle and then kind of speculate the battle, almost like a D&D session of, if you do this, I'm going to do this. But they weren't rolling. They're just kind of like, okay, yeah, we'll just role play this one battle, but they would simulate it through 1,000 different battles.
Nice. Okay. So those two, would you say?
Yeah, those are the main two for me, yeah. Todd, what's your laundry list of podcasts?
I mean, you already know the main one. It's Comedy Bang Bang. I've mentioned that a billion times on this podcast. That is where Scott Aukerman usually will interview a real like celebrity, somebody that's pitching a project right now, and then guests will show up on it. And these guests are fake. They're played by improvising comedians with crazy backstories, names, careers, etc. And so then the two real people, Scott and the guest, interact with these fake people the whole rest of the episode. So it's just an hour of just nonsense. And these are super great improvisers that have actually gone on to do really great things, and they've been in big movies. And it's cool to it's almost like a UCB or, kind of thing, like where you're churning out these great improvisers. And now a lot of the Dropout cast also is on Comedy Bang Bang doing characters and stuff. So it's reaching a giant audience, and it's kind of cool when those collide. And then also
how many episodes have they done?
I think they are just about. I feel like they just got done with 900 something.
Damn.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs. Comedy Bang Bang has been there for so long, and actually, I can. I'm just gonna check in real time. I have my app right here. What episode? So they just did episodes. 975. So they're actually getting close to 1,000 on this. Yeah, and then they do live shows and all that good stuff. So yeah, they know their shit. And then to your We Listen to Movie podcast. My other one is We Hate Movies, and it's four guys that are really great at doing voices and riffing on a bit. Just you're reviewing movies, just kind of like we do, but if they're doing like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Keanu Reeves, I don't know, or anybody, like they're gonna do the voices and just do this whole thing and just go. And it's primarily a comedy podcast with their approach to it, and they've expanded to do like We Love Movies. They do Animation Damnation, which is they review just episodes of animated shows, and they just started doing a horror themed review thing, and they do Star Trek episodes. They do 90210 and Melrose Place. Like they do all these recap episodes, and I've been listening to them for a very long time as well.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let me go to the. All right. Now this question, this might be very pertinent to you. Comes from Brandon, and he says, "Why do you keep harvesting monster penises in your D&D campaign?"
Yeah, so there's that.
Explain yourself.
Yeah, so yeah, I got a little crazy. I just started collecting penises, and
Naturally.
so yeah, this will come to a surprise probably to Chris, but I have started taking those penis arrows, and there's a character in our campaign called Mordecai who kind of helps us create different tools and weapons and such. And he,
Is Mordecai the name in Dungeon Crawler Carl?
yeah, what is it, Mordecai?
Their manager?
Shit, I could be stuck on that. I would have to go to my notes for his
Oh
name.
wow, okay. I just it's clocking for me. Okay. It doesn't
But
matter.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So he pretty much, I was like, oh, take the whatever that makes the penis hard and put it in arrows to make paralyzing
Blood?
arrows. So I have, well, yeah. But like I have hardening arrows now,
Okay.
which when shooting someone, it kind of gives them a debuff and it stacks on top of each other. So the other reason why,
There's multiple?
yeah, the people in my campaign don't know this yet.
Oh. You don't have to reveal anything.
And no, it's probably good we get it out there.
Breaking news on the Indecide. This is what we do. Okay, very niche
So
news.
I'm also taking that and I am trying to create like a business where I'm making penises, but dildos with real penises, and having that as a business in D&D to help out income for myself.
Oh wow. The flightless bird can't whistle, but sells human penises as dildos for extra money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's yeah, maybe the business could be called Blow My Whistle.
Oh Jesus, he's spitballing right now, you guys. He's doing it live. Okay. Nate, just get back into the. All right. This one comes from Katerina. Okay.
Oh,
What is
I
our
know her.
biggest pet? You do. Our biggest pet peeve about going to a movie theater.
Biggest pet peeve. Well, that's been
We.
discussed on here time and time again.
But
And
what if we can like make it officially agree on one?
that is the other people at the theater.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's unfortunately a giant piece of it, but it's also what makes. So I'll ask this part of this. So a follow up question is, what is your favorite part about going to a movie theater? Like, what do you love about going to it? And the thing is,
It
it's also the
sucks.
people.
Yeah. Because
What it,
you go and watch a Jackass movie in a
yeah,
theater and you watch it at home, it is night and day. Like, yeah, you
yeah.
still enjoy it at home, but like in a theater, experiencing those laughs with everyone else
It's
is
nothing
just
like it.
incredible.
It's a high. Like,
It
I remember
is.
watching Superbad multiple times in the theater. It's probably the movie I saw the most because everybody just kept wanting to go see it. And so I saw it with everybody. And every time, I've never seen an audience laugh more than during Superbad in the theater. And it's like, you cannot recreate that. Yeah, at home. Sure, you can get a group of friends, hopefully. But to be immersed in that, and that's the only thing you're laughing about, you're not distracted by anything. That is what makes it. So, yes, bad people ruin it. A normal audience, it doesn't have to be a good audience, just a normal audience can make a
Mhm.
memorable movie. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah.
So speaking of, do you prefer going by yourself or with a group?
I'm neither here nor there. I guess it's a matter of if the group's into the movie, then great. But if
Hmm.
not everyone's into it, I'm okay going by myself as well.
That's fair. I really like going with at least one other person so that there's like a shared experience where I can talk about it.
Mhm.
But I have gone to countless movies alone. Some of my favorite movies I
Yeah.
went to alone, but that's because the movie is good. It's not because it would have been any lesser had I gone with somebody. I think recently, like, when I was in relationships, I went to movies a lot more. And then
Yeah.
I'm sure even the friend group has realized my movie intake at theaters has gone down significantly while I've been single. And it's just because I don't have the motivation to. to go and do the theater without like, oh, it's a plan and we're gonna go eat dinner. Like, I don't know, I just like to make something more of it than just go sit down,
Yeah.
restrict a few hours, and then come back. But
It's also harder when someone lives an hour away. I'm pointing at the camera.
who's behind me? Who are you pointing at? That's weird. Psychopath. uh, yeah, but that's touche. I can't even argue. Okay. Next one, and I think I think they might be referencing something. Butter or no butter on your popcorn, and why?
It's no butter. It's always no butter.
No butter.
It's just a lesson that people need to learn. You don't need the butter on the popcorn. It's not good for your pooper.
It's not good for your intestines, your digestive system. So the and why is
it's like lettuce.
Right now it's like the lettuce. Honestly, it's like the lettuce. That's great timing. So think about like, okay, take like a garden hose, and let's say you slather that in bacon grease and then tried to hold on to it, right? That's what your poop is like dealing with. It's trying to hold on to that rope. So the second, if you eat buttered popcorn, it's coating your insides all the way down to your asshole. Okay, and then when you eat something, it just swing right through. Like imagine running, like trudging through snow. Hard, right? That's how it goes. Your body gets workout. Now this is like hitting a slip and slide covered in lard. Like you're just zipping across the field. Like there's no stopping it. You might not even be able to control what happens. And it'll hurt your stomach if you try to hold it in. And it's been proven. Yeah, I used to get butter on my popcorn, and I would have to get home because my stomach hurt so bad. And then I would cyclosporia out my ass, right? And one of our friends, I think we told this on a very early episode, but like one of our friends had the same issues, and I just was like, oh, just don't get the butter. And they were like, what? And I explained what happened to me. They stopped getting the butter, and to this day, every now and then, they'll still thank me for telling them about not getting butter because they don't have to race home because they don't feel like shit, no pun intended, afterwards. So, yeah.
Also, it's good for your health not to have that much butter. So just
people
don't
douse
do the
it
butter.
so bad. Yeah, I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your body's not meant for it.
It's insane, the people that get like that side cup of butter.
Oh, God.
And they just like, it's just so much.
It's just gross, honestly.
Yeah. Oh, man. You guys do you, but try it without butter and see how you feel. Okay?
I agree. And the thing is, like, that's when you really know if a place has good popcorn.
Yeah.
Because it comes down to the seasoning, and if it's fresh and hot, like, it doesn't matter. The butter means nothing. Anywho. Nate, this one might be have to dig back in, but share a story about your worst experience ever at a theater.
Worst experience at a theater.
Can you think of one?
Yeah, no, it still sticks with me to this day.
Oh, shit, okay.
That was the guy drinking alcohol in the theater. He brought in cans. No, you were not there.
Okay. Let's say I don't remember this.
Yeah, he brought in cans of Truly, and his burps were just fucking awful.
This was not that long ago, right?
It was recent, yeah. It was just so bad to the point like you burp and you could smell it. Like there was a few seats away that you could smell it. People were smelling it. It was just so bad, and it's like don't come here if you can't fucking like handle like it. Just I don't know. I don't know what it is, but just fucking stay home if you have to sneak in alcohol to a goddamn movie theater.
Yep.
Especially you can buy alcohol at the theater.
Yeah, most of them now. Yeah, it's like. Yeah, treat alcohol like you treat children at a movie theater. Just don't.
Okay? Yeah. Don't treat kids at a theater.
Yeah, don't bring them. Let's see. For me, I don't know. Mine are all up there. I mean, they're all kind of just sitting next to people that don't give a shit. Like we talked about one recently where there was a couple on both sides of us doing stuff. But I remember one specifically, as you were talking about that, where you and I were at this one, and it was the two boys sitting next to me on my right, and their parent was behind them. And I think they were just farting and laughing the whole time.
Yep.
And I almost committed double homicide. Okay. Especially farting. It's like in an airplane. You're fighting airport in an elevator. If you're doing that in a public space, you can go right to hell.
Yeah. So farts are funny, but only in some contexts. Yes,
only to you, usually.
And I will still laugh at farts here and there. But
not as strangers.
when you're in a public place or in a confined space or something like that, and like, oh, this person can't go anywhere, don't do it.
Just leave and do it. But yeah.
Yeah.
All right. No, hold on. Let me get out the old Candyland.
Yeah.
This comes from our friend Felipe. What are our thoughts on the current state of Marvel? And he's quoted, he says, so while you think about it, he says, I used to be into it, but after all the terrible shows and movies, I've checked out completely. I'll watch a new Marvel movie for 20 minutes before turning it off because of how cheesy and cringe it is. Marvel thinks we're all 10 years old and anything will entertain us.
That's from Felipe?
That is. I have the text to prove it.
Oh man. Yeah, no, I it's hard because being a comic fan, like there's certain things that they put in the movies that I enjoy because it's a reference to the comic, and it's nice to see like some of those creators getting recognized for what they did in comic books.
Yeah.
But yeah, the story as far as it goes have not been great because they've butchered a lot of it. It's not the same. And they've gotten too big is what's happened.
Yeah.
And they've spread themselves too thin.
Yeah, that's fair. Because, I mean, they were the biggest they've ever been when Endgame came out. But I think what happened, in my opinion, is Feige stopped controlling it to the degree he was. Like, I feel like he did his 10-year run. He completed the arc he built, and he went, fuck it. Like, I did think he didn't care anymore. And that's how Ant-Man happens. That's how almost like a prologue happens in Spider-Man instead of in the main series. Like, it's just, you stop caring, and you're like, well, yeah, this can be a show, or this can be a show, or this doesn't have to be connected. Or how many of the Disney Marvel shows have been redone because the original script wasn't what they wanted? Luckily, we've gotten Daredevil that's been stellar out of that, right? And Hulk was funny, or She-Hulk was funny, but the incels killed that one. And hopefully when they do Jessica Jones justice, that'll be back to form and they won't crush that. But yeah, it's, I mean, I agree with them in terms of that. They think anything will entertain us now. They just don't care about continuity. And they used to really, really care about it. Now it doesn't matter. Like there's a giant, sorry, 1 second. There's a giant celestial sticking out of the earth. And for like a couple movies, they don't even reference it. And how is that not a thing? That's way bigger than anything Thanos posed as a threat. And it's just insane.
Yeah, no, I feel like kind of what you said of like, he just didn't care anymore. It's more of, he had a vision for how the Marvel Universe was going to go up until Endgame. And after that, he had no plan. So it's just you're writing on the fly, trying to fill in the gaps, but you don't remember all the gaps that you've created.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's almost like he was like the main script supervisor. And when you see something in a movie where even one thing is off or doesn't line up, it takes you out of the movie because you realize, oh shit, this has been created by humans and there's behind the scenes. It brings you out. And so when they make big missteps in a giant franchise, you go, oh, well, that doesn't line up with what this just happened. Or you introduced the Eternals, or you did such and such, and you never did anything with them. Like now you're just making slop and you don't care. So, and then of course, Kang happened. And instead of just finishing that with a different actor, they've done it with Rhodey and stuff. Instead of just finishing it, they're completely changing course and went straight to Doom and then recast RDJ for that. And you're like, what are you doing? Like, finish like your story and then move on. If you want to bring RDJ and them back for a Secret Wars or whatever in another arc, do that, but finish Kang and then we'll move in. But
I think it's kind of the problems that comics run into. There's really good storylines here and there, but at the same time, in the end, the characters just live on for years and years and years and years. They
never age.
They at times they do
Sometimes,
age. It just depends on the story, how they go about it. But for the most part, you're just reading to see, what's kind of the storyline they're going off of, like what's new, what's innovative. But they've kind of lost that now with the movies.
Yep. Agreed. Well, and I tried to get him to give you like a gotcha question, and he says, no gotcha. He said, he's too sharp for that. I disagree. Okay. But anyway, so.
Yeah. Thanks, Felipe.
Next question. This comes from Jack. Alternatively, Jack thought you weren't as smart. And I'm doing this in for Jack. He doesn't say it like this, but he said he thought it would be fun for me to print off a hard to pronounce list of celebrity names for you to read. I thought that was so good.
Yeah, that's right. Touche, Jack. See, I fucked up his name for a second there.
Shaq immediately did it. Yay! We accomplished it without a list.
Oh, shit.
But he does say congrats on the 100. So then he gave us a pretty deep question. I was like, shit, man, I'll see if we can do it justice. So he said, can you discuss how horror movies mirror what is happening in society at the moment? Example, he says, is like Stepford Wives and the women's liberation movement, or Invasion of the Body Snatchers and communism. And immediately, I don't know if I'm kind of dropping this question on you just right now, so I'll give you a second to think about it. But what it came to mind after he sent me that was obsession. And I think it's the age of dating apps and incels and the obsession with control and power over women's autonomy. That's happening right now.
Mhm.
And an obsession, I mean, the general conceit, my favorite word, conceit, and it's from the trailer, so it's not spoilers. He makes a wish that she'll fall in love with him, and now she can't not be in love with him, right? And so that's a problem where she loses her agency. She's basically forced to feel like to want to be with him, and it's like, shit, how this can get really fucked up, and it does. And that's reminded me of like the current state of it. Like they if somebody has to love you no matter what, you've taken their bodily autonomy away from them. And that's kind of how we deal with like women's rights right now and the fight for abortion and control over what they do with their body. And I was like, it's just the male. And it was like ends justify the means. They don't care to
Mhm.
even take it back. They're just like, this is what I'm doing despite how this other person feels or what they want truly. So that was my first idea of what a movie was that kind of
Yeah.
mirrored.
No, I could see that. Oh gosh, what was the other movie I watched? Companion. It has that same
Oh,
kind
I
of
haven't seen that.
premise
Okay, yeah, go on.
where it kind of goes off of that of taking away the rights and you're just there to please me and that's it. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what scary movies I have seen that have
Yeah, you don't watch too many of those.
no, put that in there.
Yeah, so I also put in, and yeah, I mean, interrupt me if you think of one here, but I also put in Get Out, and I think
Okay.
that one was a
Yep.
clear, like
Yep.
white people stealing the qualities of black people to better themselves while subjugating the ones they stole from, because they're jealous, right? And
Mhm.
it's like that happens all the time in current world. Is like where I've no joke heard in my life on multiple occasions somebody quote, oh, they say the N word about somebody on TV, and then they go, oh, but I like that one. When like referring to actors, like, oh, I'll watch their movie because they're good actors, but they're
Yep.
N words, and you're like, dude, that is such that. I mean, it's just atrocious and horrible and racist. You're also being like, well, they make me laugh, so I like them, but otherwise they're all bad. And it's like, what are you doing? There, it's the logic, stupidity, and that just, I mean, that got me thinking from Get Out and how they kind of like the nice white couple and everything like that. You know, the parents are supposed to be welcoming and they seem like that, but they're really there to use you. And it's just that's I think I don't think that was a hidden message, but that one came out to me as like a horror movie. And I know
Yeah.
Jordan Peele's also done like Us,
Yep.
where there's like fake versions of people, and so yeah.
Another one I thought of too is Send Help. That one I
Oh,
feel has done a
damn, I
really good
haven't seen it
job
either.
of pretty much. You haven't seen that?
No,
Oh shit! Get with the
I know.
times,
I
man.
told
No.
you, hey, the recent movies. I'm telling you, see, this is coming all back to fruition. I'm
But
missing
I
all of
mean,
them.
luckily this shouldn't be spoiler because it's part of
Hey,
like the synopsis and all that.
yeah.
And it's you have a boss that's a piece of shit to a worker that pretty much does all the work. And it's nice to see that turned on its head of like, oh, they're stuck on an island. She knows how to survive and shit while he's just helpless and needs her
Mm-hmm.
help. So it's a nice turn on that, but also it goes off of, oh, so and so got the job because they knew someone, but they weren't fucking qualified.
Ooh,
So
that does
yeah.
modern. That does model modern corporate life and nepotism, and
Yep.
we see people get hired. And I've personally seen people get hired because their friend works there and they're not qualified for it whatsoever. and then they get
Yeah.
fired. I can't be speaking of experience. Um, if I have any current coworkers, no, I don't. Okay, um, listening, I should say.
No, you don't, because they
Um,
got fired? No.
no, no, I hope not. The ones that I would feel like listen would be cool as hell. Um, I started on horror movies. I was like, well, obviously, like documentaries do the same thing. They're supposed to put the mirror up to society, and I think
Mhm.
a future episode I believe we'll do is Bowling for Columbine, and that one puts it up against gun control, and it's still something. And it's about Columbine, right? The first mass shooting,
Yeah.
and it's still relevant today, and that's terrifying.
Yeah. But
Um,
you got to love it
yeah,
when movies do that, though. They mimic what's going on in society to push a message or an agenda, because how else do you get that message out there
yeah,
when we're so saturated with other bullshit?
absolutely. Yeah, and I'm not even like a huge believer that like every movie or book or whatever like the medium is has like an agenda besides the one we place on it. Like much like art, that's like a series of fucking splatters, like Pollock, like something like that. People go, well, that means this. It's like obviously he didn't mean shit about that. It's a fucking red splatter, right? Um, but it's like they meant to make something cool or unique or even just pretty, but we place importance onto that. And I think in the case of film specifically, so many pieces have to come together from so many different people working on it that it'd be impossible for it not to be influenced by what's happening around them. And so it flows into the art in some form. So, so I was like, quickly, I was like, Watchmen is the example of mirroring one battle after another. Absolutely.
Yep.
Her, the AI companion, mystery, anybody?
Yep.
Does he not learn that lesson? Fucking dipshit. And then even TV shows like Severance or The Handmaid's Tale, like that was a book first, of course, but like all that. But yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Next question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack, for the good question.
Yeah. And then Alan, our original logo creator, asks. So we kind of talked about this in the previous one, but let's solidify it here. Why was the Mandalorian movie made when it could have been another season instead?
It's a simple answer of money, right?
Agreed.
Disney wanted to get more money out of it, and they figured, hey, let's go back to the movies. So everyone was like, hey, everything needs to be streaming. Let's do streaming movies and all that. But then they realized there's not the money there. It's in the theater. So they decided to go back there.
Well, it had been a long time since a Star Wars movie, right? So they were just trying to fill a gap, basically.
Yeah, I think so, because what was the last one?
Was it Rise of Skywalker, the one before that?
I think that was.
Because I don't think of any other Star Wars movie that came out in between there.
The Solo movie was before
That was before
right?
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think that was the last Star Wars film.
The only good Star Wars that had come in since then was like Andor and stuff. That was all TV.
Yeah.
So I think it's as simple as that. Yeah, it's greed, and they needed a movie to say like Star Wars still makes movies. It could have just been a big episode. It was a good episode. It was not a good movie.
It's Mandalorian was just it's a very good Creature of the Week show.
Yep.
And the only reason it blew up so big probably is because of Grogu, Baby Yoda. Everyone saw the cuteness and the appeal to it, and
marketability.
That's what became the face of the show rather than the helmet.
Yeah, which is crazy because it was a badass like premise, and then it just became like the cheesiness of Grogu. And it's like I love Grogu stuff, but in the movie there were so many times where it's like this little doll being pulled up like a wall, and you're just like, I'm done with the cuteness. Like, let's move it along. Let's get back to badass Mando doing shit. Like, this is supposed to be a bounty hunter show. Like, you already butchered Boba. Don't butcher Mando now. Don't all kidify all of it. Psychopath.
Yeah.
All right. Last person asking questions here. You'll know this name. Chris. Chris asks this question. How have things changed since we started recording to now?
Can't physically touch you.
Oh my god. Are we still doing phrasing?
Always.
He does say, are we more comfortable or do we have a way of streamlining things? More comfortable?
I
no.
think it's always the same chaos of what the fuck is this? Is that right? I think no matter what, we're still in our head a bit about stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if we try to play it off cool, we're not the cool guys. We are still...
Fuck you. might put on sunglasses. Lean
Yeah, it's
back
really
in my
weird. Todd
chair.
always puts on sunglasses. Don't know if
I
he's
wear
looking at
my
me.
sunglasses.
I usually go on the monologues that he cuts out, but he's actually just snoring during that point because he's
Yeah,
like,
you
oh,
guys.
fuck, I don't remember any of this.
Yeah, you don't understand. Nate actually talks for 90% of these, and it only sounds like I do because I edit him out.
Yeah, no, I feel like nothing's changed.
Yeah.
It's just the same old antics, but different
Topics?
style and different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say like we still bungle the first few minutes. Entering an episode is always just like from just your normal life to like being on camera and trying to like, hey, this is what we do. It just seems so forced. That's probably
yeah.
it feels the most artificial. But when we can start talking and we're in the middle of a discussion, like now you can kind of just roll with it. But at the beginning, it just feels so stilted. It'll never not suck. But streamlining. Like I just said earlier, we ditched Riverside for the time being and started Zoom because we're still trying to figure out audio and getting it to work correctly remotely.
Yeah.
Um,
So this will be a good test, I guess, to see what happens if it's actually good or not. Because like so far, no issues. But
God, knock on all the fucking wood. Yeah, you did it. I heard it.
yeah,
Okay, good. And I mean, from things changing from then till now, yeah, we did have a 3 year gap, but we kind of picked up right then. We've stopped doing underrated movies, even though I mean we could potentially do like a season of that or whatever. Like it's still there. But we also started. You guys know we're recording 2 episodes at a time so that it wasn't a new movie and discussion and notes and everything every single week. We could give
yeah,
ourselves a chance to be humans for a week that didn't have this. And so I think that's taken a lot of pressure off to focus on one movie and then, have some freedom to not coordinate every single time. And if I go to San Diego Comic-Con, we might have an episode banked where it might have been precarious or something like that.
yeah.
So Chris does follow up. He said, and religion and politics, because he loves hearing that. And so, Nate, I did ask you, I said, just keep in mind to have something locked in your pocket for religion and politics. So this is why. I will say, I think we cover politics pretty well usually, because it's usually in all my news for Nate 2 weeks late. So I'm just going to rattle real quick here. Fuck Trump, free Palestine, fuck ICE, fuck the Supreme Court, fuck MAGA, conservatives, moderates, and all that jazz. Nate, how do you feel about politics?
100%. I agree with you on all that shit. Stand by you. And yeah, religion. What is it, right? No one knows. It's all fucking lie.
Just the nonchalant of there, who knows? Shrugging, yeah, matter of fact, yeah. I mean, we have religious people that listen to this podcast. I know that we also, I think, have conservative, all the good stuff, right? I say all that good stuff, but you know what I mean. Like we have
It's a
people that
melting pot.
listen.
It's
Yes.
how it works, It's we might not agree with you, but you might not agree with us, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean that's life, baby. Did I hear a cat?
No. That is a cat. That is
okay.
Sin.
Just make sure
making
she
her
got in on
debut for the
episode 100.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be 3 digits if we weren't talking over each other. This is just what we do, and you guys have come to love it, I think. Psych. And so, like, I mean, I mentioned, like, we have people that are religious that listen. So, because I always get a little in my own head. We were just talking about this, of like, I want to share my opinions and talk about it, and just be like, hey, if you guys hear it and hate it, you don't have to agree with it or whatever. But I like to challenge people with it. And I always get nervous with religion because I do think it's a flimsy goddamn thing. And it's easy to like poke holes. And that's kind of a big problem I have with religion. So like I tend to go back to like one core tenet, and that is that like even religion, like fantasy or movies or anything like that, where our movie podcast has to be grounded in a form of logic. And if that logic doesn't hold up to the physical world, like it can't hold up in a metaphysical world, in my opinion. Like, so, like, think about it this way. It's a thought experiment. If humans lived forever, religion wouldn't exist, in my opinion. It exists because of the unknown that comes with death, or at least it wouldn't exist as extremely as it does now. It comes from a place of like what happens in the afterlife. That's mostly why religion is here. And to that point, I believe the Bible is the only example of a religious text where the more you actually read it, the less it makes you into a believer. because you start to go, what? They said that happened? Okay. But back to the whole has to be grounded in logic, reality. All of this in the Bible, religion, let's talking Christian specifically, okay? I'm not talking about other ones, talking Christian specific, because that is the one that, tends to be the harbinger of wars and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything that happened in the Bible, according to everything had to happen here on earth in reality. Like, you look around, pick up your water bottle, like you're breathing right now, sin is meowing in the room, right? Et cetera, et cetera. That's actually happening. You can look at it, it's tangible, you can touch it. How does heaven work in a reality like this? One that is like, if you cut yourself, you bleed. If somebody dies, you're sad. I just don't really see how it makes sense, because let's say you die, you go to heaven. Okay, let's say you're in heaven.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Can you ever feel sad if it's heaven?
Right. I mean, there's that, but also, okay, so my question is too, you have all the stories of angels that have gone to hell.
Yep. The fallen
right?
angel.
But what about people from hell? Do they ever get a second chance to go up to heaven?
Not that I've ever heard of.
About that. And usually that's always the big thing, is God's all about forgiveness, right?
Redemption.
But no one in hell, there's never a story about someone from hell going up to heaven.
No, that's a good call. That's not a thing. Well, see, food for thought, guys. We'll have a whole religion episode that will really get us canceled. But I want to explore the heaven thing just a little bit more. So, like, let's say, Nate, put yourself in this position. Like, if you were in heaven and a loved one down here on earth was suffering from like cancer or being assaulted, could you feel happiness? Is that heaven if that's happening to somebody you love right now?
Right.
Doesn't heaven have to exist in a vacuum of happiness? Otherwise, it's the eternal bliss and reward. What is the point? If you're still sad, then it's just another version of earth. And then what was the point?
Yeah. That's just another hell. That's a hell right there. If you
it is, right?
Look down and your loved ones are suffering, yeah, can't do shit
because
about it.
That still happens, right? Like, if you, let's say a parent dies and they see their kid is going through the worst thing ever, that, like, that I don't want to like put images in people's heads, but people are being assaulted and bad things happen, wars are happening, and you see it. You can't just be like, oh, well, heaven's great. You can't just smile and be like, that's all good. Wouldn't you be mad at the God that is allowing that to happen? You're like, hey, I'm here in paradise somehow, but I know that this exists. I know that, let's say you're up there and I go to hell and I'm suffering and burning and being tortured literally, right? For eternity.
Yeah.
You were proven that hell exists. I'm there and I'm just getting, I don't know, whatever the hell. I'm just burning and it's torture and it's going to happen for the rest of time. And you're just supposed to be like, yeah, but I'm in heaven. Cool. Like, that doesn't logically, that cannot compute. It cannot work that way. And that's how heaven has to exist if it's real.
Yeah. No, it's like little Nicky, they just look on the little screen thing and see how things are going.
Yeah, exactly. Little Nicky did it right. Second question. This one's a little easier. Let's say you die now and your spouse or whatever family member or friend dies in 30 years. When they get there, what do they look like?
Well, there's that, but
are you
also
forever a child? An adult?
There's people that find love after, their significant others have passed away at times.
Isn't there a movie about that with Elizabeth Olsen?
Oh,
yeah. I think she falls in love with somebody, and the spouse that died, it's a recent movie, died, like, realizes she fell in love again. It's like, who do you choose then when you go to the afterlife?
Probably.
Is that your question?
Sounds
basically?
Like a movie. Yeah, but how does that work? Because
it can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is it cannot work. Like, I had childhood friends pass, right? Like, if I were to go to heaven or whatever, have an afterlife, I go there now, are they still just little kids? Do they ever get to grow up?
Yeah.
And if they do, when do they stop? Does an old person get to be young again? Is your grandpa or something now younger than you? Do they look younger? Like, no, it has to logically work for your brain to understand, like, if this is supposed to really happen to you or me and everybody listening and blah, 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 that logic has to work, and it cannot. And that's what, I'm just too much of a realist, I think, for that. And that's where I always come down to religion. So excuse me for ranting.
Because, like, also, if heaven is so great, why aren't you doing something to get there sooner, right? Obviously,
When suicide's
being
punished, right?
but being heroic or something like that, going to war, you think you're doing something good at that point, right? And you're dying
Yeah,
on the front line, then you're getting to heaven sooner, and it's supposed
it's
to be all
true.
great.
Yeah, you wouldn't ever go to work, right? You would just spend your time trying to help other people, and then if you died doing that, that's hey, you get to heaven, you're in eternal peace forever. Why would you waste your time here on Earth? And the
Yeah.
thing is, like, suicide is like, according, I don't know if it's Old or New Testament, probably Old, right? Because then they got to rewrite a book. Imagine that. Like crucifies you for having committed suicide. You go to hell, and it's like, well, that how does that make sense? And if everything's God's will, then nothing is God's will. Like it has to
Yeah.
all work. But anyway, Chris, I hope you're happy. Um, uh, last,
He'll be happy there's a little Nicky reference in there, I'm sure.
well, I love Henry Winkler in that. He's great. All right, last question. This is actually one that my brother sent in at the last minute, and he says, "What is our favorite episodes from this podcast? What are they?
Oh.
What were they?" And so what I'm going to do is, Nate, I'm going to share our list of episodes here with you.
Okay.
And we can go, we're going to do this in fucking real time, everybody. Can you see this?
I can see it. I will say I think the first episode is still one of my favorites.
Oh, God.
Because that is one
It's
of
a
my
high
top
bar.
tier movies.
Yeah.
But also just getting into the podcast and starting it off and just seeing how
The energy
things
that
are
was
working
there.
out. Yeah, it's definitely one of my higher rated episodes.
Yeah, there's nothing like it. And we had a really good discussion on water parks.
Oh yeah, because that was like one where we were against each other on
Yes.
that.
You
You
were
were for
convincing
it.
me they were good. No, I was against it. You were convincing me that water parks were good, and I was like, everything's just shit water. And because we were like, every topic was available. We hadn't now, like when we do episodes, we're like, what have we talked about, or we've talked about
Yeah.
this, or what can we do? So yeah, number one with the bullet's really good, but that almost feels like that's a given. You pick another favorite, and I'll pick another favorite. Can you see my screen, or are you gonna look on your own?
I can see your screen, but I'm also
it
pulling
small?
it up myself just so
Okay.
that way I can see it as well.
So there's so many. I mean, we used to do variety hours in there, and that was kind of like this hour, right? It's kind of like what we're doing right now. But we
Yeah.
also would do 3 topics and the movie per episode, and that's crazy. We used to pack this shit in, and now we'll do a ton of time just on normal stuff. Let's see. I'm trying to see. We've got.
I want to say also a couple of my other favorites are when we had guests on, when
Absolutely,
Steph was
yeah.
on, Katarina was on. It was nice having someone else talk, not just Todd, which is great. But also hearing their input on movies.
I just pulled my
It's just
sunglasses
nice.
down in shock. Yeah, hearing the other opinions, and like I do agree, like there's a special magic number of 3 people, because when 2 people are talking, the third can gear up, and if one of us stops talking, the podcast dies. Like you have to. Somebody always keeps it going. So yeah, I think we do have plans to get more guests back on the podcast. It's a little harder to do that remotely, right? We got to figure out mics and situations, all that good stuff. We did a lot of movies that had just come out too. We haven't done any review of a movie that has just come out. And that's because we are 2 weeks we could do it. It would still work, but we are 2 weeks after, and not
it's
like
just a matter
2
of
days.
the stars align, and yeah.
I would say like Vanilla Sky was one of mine, because I remember you coming around on like not having understood all of it, and I explained it, and you were like, oh, okay. Now like you started to appreciate the movie, which is what our goal is, right? When we're talking about movies.
No, I definitely would agree on that. Vanilla Sky just being one where you love that movie. It's a movie that you dissected in and out and understood and was able to explain so much about.
I did like The Kings of Summer, because that felt like, and again, it's like almost like on the nose. It's summer, right? But there's a vibe, like a good childhood fun, easy watch of a movie where you're not like we don't have to dissect like heavy themes. You can kind of just have fun with them, and I did like that. There was a run in here we did where Love and Monsters was the next one after Magnolia, so we kind of split in there. So I think Love and Monsters and Kings of Summer, those were a couple good back to backs of just, for me, almost like a good vibes. Like it were movies I never thought to watch, and once I watched them, I was like, shit, dude, that's a really great movie. And this is when I started giving you shit about only picking new movies, but sometimes it works out, you know?
Yeah. So I guess we're going through this. A question while we're going through this.
Yeah.
Has there been a movie that I have picked that you have gone back and rewatched?
Ooh, I'm sure there has been. Let's see.
Because I can tell you I've gone back and rewatched Vanilla Sky.
Awesome. I remember seeing Upgrade. I think I watched it twice before we even did it because I liked it so much. Upgrade was such a sleeper hit for me.
Yeah.
And that was a total off my radar that you put on there. God, we did the Old Terry. There's that one. Oh, God. I can't believe we did Ready or Not, the original. Damn, I forgot we did that too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think some of the ones I enjoyed too is like those new movies that came out when they were dog shit, such as Halloween Ends.
God, dude, that was a slog. I hated that. I think, or there's Whip It. Hey. Speak of the devil.
Episode 64, another COVID variety hour plus movie theater etiquette.
Oh yeah,
God, we repeat the same shit so much.
The best podcasts do. I'm not even gonna pat ourselves on the back, but they do. Like so many people listening to your podcast, they constantly go down the same well because at a certain point, it is just the two or few people on the pod. Like they're gonna have, they're gonna come back around. Yeah. Did you pick Dread?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
I can tell you what movies were picked in the past or anything like that. So some of those movies, like we've seen together, and it was just like, hey, this is something to put on the list. I don't think it was necessarily you have a list, I have a list kind of right now. It's more of just, hey, this was underrated. It's something we watched. Because like the way back, that's something we watched before even doing this. So.
Yep. Yeah, and actually looking, because now that I actually get to look back, I'm like, I do want to rewatch Love and Monsters. So I was like, that sounds like a good rewatch right now. I remember, and Logan Lucky, you did as well. You did 2 back-to-backs there. Yeah, there's some guys. We don't want to pat ourselves on the back like I just said, but there's some bangers in here. Go back and listen to those. I think we kind of covered which ones we like in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just a lot of our underrateds were truly underrated. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Now we've gotten to where we are now watching movies where one of us may go, all right, let's talk about it.
I know.
But
I figured you would have said the movie you've gone back to multiple times was Surf's Up, but nope. It's cool. It's fine.
Yeah, ask me if I'm alive in 20 years, ask me if I've ever gone back to that one. Every 40 years, I promise to watch that movie. Okay?
Every 40 years? Okay.
Yeah.
Todd, when you're in the retirement home.
Yeah, if I get an 80th birthday.
That's going to be movie night.
That's it. Surf's Up. And then I die before it starts. I got you, bitch, and I die.
Don't go towards the light. The light. Oh, it's Pengu Island. You're there.
God, don't remind me.
You're living it.
No, that one again. Like that wasn't a bad movie. Like they're not. None of them have been bad movies. They're just different. They're just not my types, right? And I think we balance each other out. I do some really fucking probably indulgent movies, and you'll do some really fun popcorn movies, right? And we have done each other. We've done each other to that degree, but I think we balance each other out in that way. That's all I've got. Anything for the 100 that I'm gonna put away that lunchbox?
No, I just thank you to everyone submitting questions and all that. That's
thank
honestly
you.
Really, really thoughtful and some really good questions in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some bad questions, Chris.
I don't know. We got dick hoarding out of you, and Chris is part of that group. He was part of 2 stories, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Just giving him shit. No, that's all I got.
Okay. Nate, what are we doing next week? It's also a special episode. It's just we're cracking 100. So
yeah. Episode 101. Why movies?
That's it. Giant caps. Why movies? It's more like a main quest and not a side quest. Am I right?
Yeah.
But that is the biggest question we were asked all day, and it was you. Why movies? So we are going to dive into why is it movies that we talk about. And I think we probably touch upon it. You're going to hear some probably repeat stuff, but maybe not. But yeah, it's breaking down the why this and not a video game podcast or a book podcast or a comic book podcast, right? Other things
man, could you imagine a video game podcast? That would take so much time.
It would. I mean, we could recap.
Well, to play through a game though.
Well, what if we did it like once a month? I think that would be like it'd be like a special. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, here's a game. Nate, you got to sit down and actually beat a game in a month.
That would be my problem too. Because if you gave me like a big game, I just wouldn't stop doing the stupid side quest shit. I would never finish it. All right. So yeah, next week it's all about why movies, the big existential question of our lives. And before then, Nate, do you have anything to recommend for them to do in the meantime?
As I turn around and try to grab.
Yep, he's exploring his pants. Oh,
I found it. The book.
He finally found it. Oh, the book.
Yeah, so I'm gonna recommend Fanboys versus Zombies.
What?
Old comic from Boom Studios. It was Sam Humphries and Jerry Gaylord that did the book, and it's just a fun read of a group of friends go to Comic-Con every year, and one year zombies have an outbreak in the Comic-Con, so it's just a bunch of nerds with nerd references fighting zombies.
That sounds awesome. And next week I'm going to be in Comic-Con.
That's why I picked it.
Perfect. It's trying to get me scared of zombies. Outbreak. Yeah. Cool. I would recommend I would recommend The Bear. I finished it. All 5 seasons are now done. What a landing. What a cast. What a ride. What a vibe of a show. I mean, it looked great the whole way through. It sounded great. It's a show that makes you nervous, makes you anxious. It'll make you cry and it'll make you smile. Like, it was so good. The vibes of this last season. And it's one of those shows where it was lauded and lauded and lauded. And then, like, season 3 and 4 hit, and then people are just like, we moved on to next things. It's like, this show is still a fucking banger. And I think it sticks the landing in that last season. A lot of people, I didn't watch it in one day, but a lot of people are watching it in one day. It's only 8 episodes, even though some are like an hour long or whatever. Because it's like one fleshed out story arc to finish it up. So really good. Yeah. I recommend The Bear. Hi, Kat.
Hand gesturing to Todd.
we asked your questions on the pod.
Todd said we asked your question on the pod.
Questions, plural.
She had which one?
All of them.
All of them. All right.
There you go. If you heard that, she's curious. There you got 2 cats cameoing on the pod this time.
Cat's curiosity.
Oh no, she's gonna have her own sub segment. Could do that. We could have guest star sub segments. Anyway, okay. Nate, where can they find us before the next one?
Well, they can find us at all the usual places. So Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email us at theendosci@gmail.com. With that being said, it's our 100th episode. We're breaking out. We talked about this. Todd and I had a discussion. Find us on OnlyFans now, guys. It's there.
I forgot about that. That's right. You want to see gaping buttholes? It's just us talking.
Yeah,
no, we're not on video. It's just us audios doing what is it?
ASMR.
ASMR. Yeah, we're doing that.
If you could rate, review us, tell someone you love, tell someone you like, tell someone you hate.
Do it all. Hit the trifecta.
Leave a comment.
We appreciate them all. And anything to sign us out with on this 100th episode?
No, just once again, more sincere thank you everyone that has stuck out 100 episodes. And if you're continuing to listening, thank you again. And let us know if you want a guest.
Ooh, yeah, there you go. If you want to guest and what guest you would want.
Yeah.
Don't pick celebrities. We can't get to them. Unless you know a celebrity, then we'll take them. And then they'll come down to our level. On that. There's lawsuits involved there, I'm sure. Okay, cool. I'm going to do 2 sign-offs. So to quote Sam Neill, recently passed, the Jurassic Park legend, just a great of a man. He said he was asked about dying, and he said, I'm not frightened of dying, but I would be annoyed because he's got so much other stuff to do. And I was like, that's perfect. That encapsulates how I would feel about it too. Because at the end of the day, like the lunchbox says, it's fucking Candyland.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. Bye.
Later.